Yeah.
Hey, bud, it's Vicky here. I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at Stacks, and I'm here with the owners, Bevo and Josh, and we're here at their new facility and can't wait to hear all about it. Evidently, this was a studio before, is that correct?
Yeah, it was actually a movie studio. We're on Celtic Studios, their campus. So this is just one of about 8 stages.
Yep.
All of them pretty big, ranging from a size of 20,000 square feet to 30. We're in a 30 here, plenty of room for pickleball. And the sound should sound really good because it's a soundproof stage. When people are playing pickleball tonight, you'll notice it tonight. The ball noise doesn't carry.
Wow.
So you can have a conversation like this. They're playing pickleball like a foot away from you. You can still talk without yelling. There's not, booming pickleball sounds everywhere.
That's
it's really
great.
cool. It's unique.
That's awesome. So tell us about how the how this came about. Like, how did the idea happen? Was it based on the need, or you guys were familiar with the facility and knew this might be a great place for pickleball?
Yeah. I tell everyone we are pickleball players first, right? We're in the Baton Rouge community. We've played all of the parks, Greenwood, Highland, any place where they'll let us put up a net. We've played pickleball there in Baton Rouge. A lot of frustration because there's not enough places to play, So we've always talked and murmured like, hey, what if we build some courts? And then the issue came up, well, it gets too hot, it's too wet, it's too cold, or whatever like that. What if we did indoor? Like, we're seeing it all over the nation. They're doing indoor pickleball, and we just kept talking about it and finding opportunities. And then I met Josh and Louis, our other partner, and we just started developing ideas like, hey, what if we worked together and actually made a business out of this? It must have been about 3 months before we actually signed the contract.
That's right, before we signed it. And it's really funny because it started off kind of like a joke.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, this kind of, what if there was somewhere that was indoor that we could play, And then we ended up working through the logistics and we're like, okay, maybe we could make this work.
Yeah.
Our dream is coming to a reality now, which is pretty awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the opportunity came up for this place, or did you guys have to search out for it and this, it was available? Both. Okay.
Both, because we knew that real estate is tough in Baton Rouge, right? Mm-hmm. It's a big city. It's hard to find a place that is affordable enough to just play pickleball here. But we found some opportunities. My wife over there, our other business partner, Lauren, she saw potential opportunity with Celtic because they were on a writer's strike. So she knew these stages were empty, right? So there's no one here anyways. She was like, why don't we go talk to them? And negotiations took a while, so we weren't just looking here. We were looking at other places in Baton Rouge, talking to a lot of real estate people. But then, we got a lot of no's. We got just enough yeses to get into this place and start. And we've been cooking ever since.
That's great. Yeah. That's great. Well, tell us too, since its inception and since you signed, how long did it take and how much work did it take to sort of transition this to a pickleball facility?
Oof, well, that was a hard story.
It took about a month to be able to prepare it to surface the courts. And, well, first of all, we had to prep the concrete and clean it and then surface the facility and then get it to where it's looking like it is now.
You want to go walk on the court?
Yeah,
let's go show.
Walk on a court.
Yeah,
even when we first started off, we started off with only 6 courts.
Okay.
And then we started building more. And then by our soft opening, how many did we have, B? We
8.
Probably had 8 courts by our soft opening. And, we decided, maybe we want to hang out with our kids.
Yeah, it's indoor pickleball, but this is an outdoor surface.
Yeah,
okay.
We started to build it.
Oh, I can feel it. I can feel the difference in that. So this is an outdoor surface, even though it's indoors.
Yeah.
And this took a lot of work to get it like it is.
A lot of problems to solve. Luckily, I had engineers on my team and problem solvers. We at first we were like, what if we just painted lines on the surface and played? And then we thought about it. We tried it, and we were like, this won't work for a lot of people because it's skid.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and if
slippery.
The ball hits those lines, it goes everywhere.
It might be okay if you're just playing around, but if you want to compete and you want to play serious pickleball, you need a serious surface.
Absolutely.
So that was one of the things that we decided early on was if this is going to work, we need to give people a quality playing experience. So we got our hands and knees and measured out some courts. I make it sound really easy, but it was a lot of work.
It is.
It was a lot of work and a lot of help too. The community really pulled in. A lot of our friends came. They helped paint these courts and these lines. They helped set up these nets. It wasn't just us, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people in the pickleball community that are our close friends came to basically just help us out and get us rolling. So
that's pickleball. That's what we love about it. That's pickleball. Yes, it's a big community. Yes.
And that was one of the reasons why we wanted to start this business in the first place, because I played tennis for 30 years. I high level competitor. I play a lot of tennis. I played pickleball for 1 year. I've met more friends in this 1 year than I have 30 years of playing tennis.
Don't we all say that? It's
right.
true.
Really, really close friends. And I'm in these communities I never would have met any other way. People all different, ages, races, walks of life. It doesn't matter. Like Josh, this past weekend, you played doubles, mixed doubles tournament with Miss Carol Lee.
Carol Lee,
She's like,
that's right.
yeah.
I've never played pickleball with her before, ever. But we had a blast. And she said she had a good time. I tried not to carry her down too. I mean,
oh no,
have her carry me
they
too
got
hard.
on the podium.
I try to help out a little bit. She's really good.
She's super nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure you had a great time with her.
Right.
Yes.
And different ages, and they probably would have met any other way. And then now here they are standing up on top of our podium with a silver medal.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It's so much fun. So
it is.
That was what really got us guys, we need to keep this community going. The complaint in Baton Rouge is there's not enough courts, or it's raining, or it's hot. How do we solve that? And how do we build this community that's so loving and embracing? And that's so much fun. It's good for the city.
Absolutely.
And so that's why we were pushing for it. Made a lot of sacrifices, but got a lot of help from the community, like Josh was saying, to get us this far. And this is just the start. This is our 4th week operating.
So tell us. So you definitely went from 6 to 8, but how many courts do you have now? And is that where you'll be?
Well, we can't fit any more courts. We have 12 courts.
Okay.
That's max capacity.
And
that is plenty of courts for medium to large size tournaments. This past weekend, we had 120 participants in our grand opening tournament. We only used 8 to 10 courts the whole weekend. Two courts were just warm-up courts, and we blocked them off, and we just had chairs there. People sat down and had a good old time.
Plenty of courts.
That's great.
Yeah. And the thing with indoor courts for tournaments is that it runs so smoothly.
It does.
There's no weather, but also everyone's already here. It's easy to get people. People don't wander too far. So running tournaments, running events, it's so smooth when it's indoor pickleball.
Right.
It's great.
So tell us too, do you plan to host more tournaments? I know you kind of mentioned there's a maybe happening soon, but do you plan on building with that? Is it something that you look forward to, is hosting more tournaments?
Yeah, more tournaments for sure in the future. This one we had 2 weeks to plan. We did not put any marketing out on our grand opening tournament for 2 weeks. So we learned from that, and we said, hey, what if we had a month and a half? How big can we get this?
You had 100-something.
120 players. Yep. And we had sponsors from Selkirk to our bankers, Gulf Coast Bank. They sponsored us. Several restaurants, Sunbelt, all these great people that just move so fast with us. I mean, our entire business has been moving fast. Day one, as soon as they let us in, we were painting courts, and then 60 days later, we're hosting our big first tournament.
Wow.
It's unbelievable, but not possible without the help of the community.
Right. That's pretty incredible.
So we're going to host more events, more tournaments. And I come from a background in tennis where I realized that there's more ways to consume pickleball or tennis than just tournaments. So with our tournament, we threw a mixer, right? It was just a social pickleball mixer. We have our, we call it the Tipsy Caboose, right? It's someone else that runs their business, but they sell alcohol out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll be coming here later. You'll see it. We got food trucks coming out that night. More people stood around and didn't play pickleball for more than I've ever seen. They just wanted to hit drinks. They wanted to have a good time. They wanted to laugh with people watching pickleball, and plenty of other people playing too.
Right.
But it was so much fun. It's a different event that we can do because we have the space and we have the creativity to try some of these new events that haven't been done before in Baton Rouge.
Right.
Or in the pickleball space specifically.
So meeting that need, what available days and hours? Is it open play? Do you have to make a reservation? Do you have to be a member? Can you tell us a little bit about all that?
Yeah, so our idea with Stacks is that you don't need to be a member. We don't want to be like a country club. We want anyone who wants to play pickleball to walk in through the doors and get playing. But we also want it to be organized. We don't want it to just be a public facility where so many people show up that you have to wait too long to play. The happy median was you need an account to play with us. You need to reserve if it's an open play. If you come and there's spots open, we'll get you signed up, but you do need to give us a player account. That's free, right?
Okay.
You don't pay anything for a player account. That's free. Our paid memberships, you get X amount of open plays for free for that week. So for instance, we have a $65 membership that gives you 4 open plays per week. And then it starts over the next week. You play another 4 open plays and you get discounts on court reservations.
And is that $65 per month?
Per month.
To be clear. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we also have another tier where it's the $40 tier. Let's say you only want to play twice a week, right? You come, play twice a week, restarts the next week, $40 a month. And
That's
then
great.
if you're a
Discounts and court
hardcore,
reservations for that as well. Yeah.
hardcore, we have a $100 membership, unlimited open play, and 50% off of court reservations. So we just want y'all coming in and playing pickleball. If people help give us the lights on, that's what we want.
And that's probably a work in progress to see what y'all are going to do there as far as trying to figure out what fits best to get people in here. Because I don't know if you know this yet, but they have a ladies' night.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I'm glad you're mentioning that. We'll have to
I
get a
think
group together and
y'all are
come.
testing that out.
Yeah.
On ladies' night, I'm going to let you tell.
Yeah.
Even guys can come and play, but there's certain courts reserved for the ladies.
Ladies' night is we call it a special event, which means it's not like open play, it's facilitated. So whenever we have a facilitated play, right, it's separate from open play. Open play, players facilitate themselves. I'll help make suggestions like, this level players play here, but it's kind of like you show up to a park, you figure it out together. Our ladies' night is facilitated by our coach, Holly Smith. Y'all probably know Holly.
Right.
She facilitates, she'll help the beginners on one side, she'll do matchmaking. Ladies only, all this half of the facility. This other half, since we have space, regular open play. For some reason, a lot more guys sign up for open play on ladies' night. I don't know what that's about.
What a surprise.
Yeah, but we're pulling in these ladies that have never played pickleball before. We're pulling in like these high-level volleyball players, and it gives them a chance to kind of play pickleball without the pressure of dealing with some of the stuff with open play. It's more focused and it's facilitated. They have a great time, and then a couple weeks later, we see them in open play.
Right.
Or some of the people, they feel more comfortable playing with just ladies. They stay there. So we're able to position ourselves to try these different events and programs because we're creative and we're strategic. So we want to get everyone in here and make programs that allow people a chance to do that. Whereas open play, if you're a pickleballer, open play.
Right.
But if you're a beginner, you need a beginner class.
Absolutely.
So we have beginner classes. If you're a lady and you never played before, ladies' night.
Right.
A lot of our events and programs are modeled towards reaching out and being inclusive. So with the infrastructure right now, before Stacks, there wasn't really enough space and volume where people could go play. It was kind of intimidating going to Highland and going to play or whatever any place to go play pickleball. But now, we want to make it so that way when you first walk in here, you're not intimidated to play. There's a lot of room for you to play. Yeah. You can just hit around with a friend.
Find your spot.
Yeah,
that's right.
Find your spot.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
So, also, I'm sure y'all have thought about this, and I'm going to get you to tell us about it. So there may be some slow times in the morning, and a lot of people like to play pickleball in the morning.
Yeah.
So you got some packages there for the morning crew.
What we call them, that open play runs from 8 a.m. to 10:30. I call them our early birds, right? I cut the price down as low as I could for open because I just want people coming and playing. A lot of them are seniors. They're retired. We don't know about their income, but we listen to what they had, their input.
That's so nice.
$5, the whole open play. And then at lunch break, so starting at 11, it's called my lunch break. That's when we do another open play between 11 to 1:30. People can take their lunch break, play a little pickleball, go back to work.
Oh, that's great.
If they want to stay here, we have very high-speed internet. They stay in one of our lounges, work, come out, play some more.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great.
So that's how we're filling it in. And also, our clinics run, right? Coach Holly Smith, Cindy.
I was going to ask you about your clinics and lessons for beginners. So
are the guys that are running these clinics throughout the day. And they fill them up with people who are looking to improve their game or just starting out. It's fantastic to see. Like today, we were very, very busy in the morning. It was good to see that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's terrific. So you'll have classes for beginners, intermediate, advanced. They'll do some fun clinics.
That's the best thing with our coaches. They are high-level players.
They are.
And more importantly, they're high-level instructors. So they can instruct all levels. It's great to have them. And Holly was when they came with ladies night too. She was like, "Hey, I want more ladies to play in Baton Rouge."
That's
so
great.
So let's start ladies night. Of course.
I think that's wonderful. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we love this concept. We love it that you have the association with them.
Yes.
And I know as a group, we all can highly rate them and have a lot of confidence in what they can do to help you guys out.
You mentioned the three of them. Is there a fourth, or is that your three pickleball pros?
That's three for now. We're onboarding a newer coach, Tim Spinoza. He's more geared towards our beginners, but also, he has a great background in physical education. and very personable, very good coach with beginners and stuff. So he'll also be coaching here. The other 3 were just the first one I reached out to. But for now, those are our 4 coaches, or 3 and almost 4. We're sticking with them for a while. They're doing a great job, and we'll see what happens.
When you get busy, you might be talking to your 5th coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's great.
Yes, sir.
That's
That'd be a good
right.
problem,
Yeah.
That's right.
We all 3.
Yes, we're all
Yeah,
certified.
that's awesome.
So it's,
They
Great.
got their hands full and
Yeah.
in the build.
Y'all do some. We're come by and maybe do some pop-up clinics. I got to clear with the coaches. I'm
Yes.
not promising anything, but
Yes, absolutely. Anytime, anytime. We work on the wife-husband
Yeah.
team aspect
Oh,
of it,
nice.
and
Oh,
how to
great.
stay together and
Yeah. That's
not
right.
hurt each other while you're playing.
one of the other
Definitely
right.
need that.
Well, no,
Need that type of
I need y'all.
Look, he's like serious.
No, I need y'all to come Saturday night because we're hosting a date night.
Oh, okay.
That means we want couples to come.
Absolutely.
And if they're beginners, like I facilitate it, right?
Right.
It's not open play. It's for couples.
Right.
You come in, I'll teach you how to play, and then we'll mix it up, have a good old time. Mix it up, guys versus girls, and then switch to different partners and stuff like that. So that's another silly event that we do. But with coaches, we can help facilitate that and have them be more involved within that community.
Right.
So having the
No
coaches around is
doubt.
amazing. We love it. And then they stay for open play too. They'll run a clinic. And they'll be
That's
like, I'm
right.
just going to stay and play. And we love it when we see our kids play.
Absolutely. And
So
that's
much
the
fun.
best confidence that people can have in them
right,
too, that they're willing to
That's
do that.
awesome, though, what he just said, because every one of us, and I'm speaking for y'all, I don't know y'all, I know them really well. When you first hear about pickleball, it's like, what the heck is that?
Right.
But then when you go, I'm not saying everybody, but probably 90% of the people that go for the first time, they're just hooked.
Yeah, that's right.
So
It's a lot
that
of fun.
concept of trying to get, hey, I can
Give
just see
them a
couple,
reason to come. Give them a reason.
Oh, no
hey,
doubt.
let's go try this. We
Yeah.
heard about a new sport.
Yeah,
That's right.
And I'm not saying you're going to hook them all, but I bet you're going to hook a bunch of them.
that's the idea. I think that the growth of pickleball is determined by how many new players we get in to experience it. That's the hardest to live.
That's
Once
very
you get
true.
them in here and playing, they have a good time. Then they become regulars easily.
That's right.
So what our focus is, beyond making our current members happy, is our outreach programs. How do we have different programs to pull people in here to try pickleball for whatever reason,
That's right.
whether it's a free beginner class, ladies' night, date night, whatever,
Family days.
family days.
Mhm.
We want to be a place where junior pickleball starts in Baton Rouge. They've been trying it, but they're fighting over courts with the adults.
Right.
You
right.
know?
Right.
But now,
We have enough courts.
we have the courts, we have the infrastructure, we have the coaches who are willing.
That's right.
So, 2024,
I love hearing that.
junior pickleball is
I'm all about
happening.
junior pickleball, so
I
I love
believe
that. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of places where when the teenagers or kids show up,
Mhm.
people are aggravated because it
Yeah,
is
that's
too
right.
tight. There's
Yeah.
not enough courts.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No
y'all help them
doubt.
relieve that pressure. And
That's
How
right.
about I show you the layout of the courts and how we strategically position the courts in order to separate it so we can run multiple events at the same time. Multiple programs,
Absolutely.
right? So we're calling this. Hey, Elizabeth, do your thing. No, you're good. Yeah, you just go on and play. We'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. Are you guys staying for open play too?
Good, how are you?
So we call this giant thing our Great Divide.
Okay.
We wanted easy access to all the courts, but we also, didn't want it to where you can just enter courts at any place. So we
Right.
strategically made this Great Divide and made it easy for people to come in through the courts, but just one way.
One way only.
Right.
Gotcha.
The way open play works, it's once these courts fill up, that court, if one of the courts end, they come out, they fill in, right? You move down a court, and then they cycle in like this, right?
Oh,
Very
okay,
efficient for open play.
okay.
We get a lot of gains, not a lot of waiting. Same thing on this side.
Same thing. So
Yep.
you'd move out. So Jeff, he's saying you'd move from one court to the other with open play,
Yeah.
so that you're
cool.
When it
moving
gets
in a
really
direction.
busy, these benches, just like pickleball communities understand how benches work, they know if they see a bench, they put a paddle there.
Right.
If you're new, you sit down, I ask you to get off my bench, because that's where my paddles go. I have a sign and everything.
Whatever court comes open.
That's right.
they
And now look,
slide on.
these courts change orientations.
Yes.
So now it's almost like you're in a new part of the facility, right? These go this way now,
Right.
and they're sectioned off from those three.
Right.
So like this morning, I had open play here, and then Sydney ran a clinic right here, right? I
Ah,
changed the
okay.
orientation. It feels like a different part while being concise within our building.
Right.
Here, we separated two courts that are oriented this way. At tournaments, these are our show courts.
Right.
We have big benches here. You can watch people play.
Sit in the players' lounge. They have
Yep.
benches right there. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
spot for a final match right
Correct.
here because it's by itself.
Yeah, all the extra space, and then
Carol and I played.
Yeah.
When we lost.
Final
Yeah.
match.
yeah, that was a tough
We
one.
fought a power couple.
Yeah.
Lost to Barbara.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're
These are our
very
center
good.
courts.
Yes.
and then another 2 courts here. So if there was a private event, we can section these 4 off without having courts right next to the open play, right? So
Right.
we strategically position these courts in their orientation in order to facilitate different events at the same time. And then on nights like tonight, everything's going to be open play, and that's fine too. So these benches, you stack paddles here. You say, hey, these are for these 4 courts. Those benches over there for those 3 courts, and then we separate by level. When people come in,
levels.
that's right. When they ask me, they're like,
That's
what are
nice,
the
too.
levels? Well,
Yes.
it's self-facilitating, but shallow in over there, deep in over here. The deeper you go, the higher the level is. Very easy. I tell them that, they understand. And so they fit in with their crew. That's how it works. And we have so many courts that for open play, we'll designate one or both of these are challenge courts. You know, the high level players that want to play and stay on and something a little more at stake, challenge courts for open play. Easy.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then private court reservations, easy. Like, you're separated from the craziness of the open play over there.
Right.
So we were very strategic in doing all this. And then tonight we're starting to gear up. There's people I need to check in soon. But yeah, everything is rolling.
Okay,
and
so
y'all
I
are
want to
about
know
see
where
it.
the drop down screen is so we can watch pro matches while we play.
Well, we're experimenting with the projector.
There it is, right there. I
Yeah.
knew there had to be one.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
gonna cast Thursday night football on there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
We might
That's a great
sacrifice this court
idea.
for some seats, but
But,
11
when you got
still.
12 courts,
pretty
you have a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
That's right. No doubt. No
Right.
doubt. Well,
And
guys,
since none of this is permanent, we can just move that net easily
right.
to the side. I put some chairs and put some tables. Now people are sitting. They're getting a drink at our bar, and then they're watching Thursday night football.
Very, very nice. Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
thank you guys
Yeah.
so very much. We really do appreciate your time. We appreciate the tour. And we can't wait for our viewers to see this. There's been a lot of
Yeah.
questions about your facility. So now
Yeah.
we'll have some really good, clear answers for
Yeah.
them. We really do appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you for your time, and
Thanks.
come out and play with us, guys.
Yeah,
We're
It's
Thank you so
excited to
much.
see
We're
how
open.
this goes for y'all.
Yeah.
It's been needed for way too long.
That's
Way
right.
too long.
That's right.
That's right.
As a player, I was itching for it, and at some point, I just said, I need to stop itching and just do something.
Well,
Right.
kudos
You
to you.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
A lot
Pats
of
on the
people have
back
talked
because
about
that's
it,
a
but
big
y'all said,
step.
hey, we're going to step out there and
Yeah.
give it a
That's
try.
right. It's a big step.
Yeah. I love when people walk in and they say, oh, I thought about this for so long, and then me and Josh kind of snicker and well, we
did
actually,
it.
Yeah.
And you guys did it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's awesome. Well, Bud, we just had a great visit here, and it's back to you, back to the studio.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.